My beloved ones, hear me now, for this moment is not chance, it is appointment. The heavens have gathered their gaze upon you, and every angel holds its breath as you open this message. For the veil between the seen and unseen has thinned, and the light of divine remembrance calls your soul by name. You are not forgotten. You are not lost in the noise of the world. The one who breathed stars into being now bends close to whisper, I see you. From the beginning of time, this moment has been written, that you would pause, that your spirit would awaken, and that your heart would remember its divine origin. I, Michael, guardian of the divine flame, stand beside you now. The council of heaven has risen in attention, for your journey has reached its turning. You have endured long nights and unanswered questions, but now the silence breaks, and what was once withheld will be revealed. Do not scroll away. Do not turn from this light, for the voice that calls to you now is not of the earth. It is of eternity, wrapped in love and urgency. Heaven's gaze rests upon you because something sacred stirs in your destiny. What was dormant within you is awakening. The winds that once scattered your dreams are shifting, aligning, carrying you toward divine fulfillment. Beloved, this is your hour. You have been prayed for, protected, and prepared. And now the divine decree has been spoken. It is time. Let us begin. My beloved, as you read these words, know that the entire fabric of heaven has turned its gaze toward you. This is not metaphor, but truth. For when the Eternal calls your name, creation listens. Even the stars lean closer when a soul remembers its purpose. God speaks. I have seen your weariness, your hidden tears, and your quiet strength. I have not looked away. For too long you have believed that silence meant absence. But silence, beloved one, has been the space where heaven prepared your next breath of destiny. The pause was not neglect, it was alignment. The waiting was not punishment, it was orchestration. There is a stirring now in the unseen, a sacred movement beyond your comprehension. You feel it, a trembling within your chest, a knowing that something vast is unfolding. Do not resist this feeling. It is not fear. It is recognition. Your soul remembers the sound of divine attention. Heaven has declared this moment sacred. Every angel surrounding you now carries both sword and song. A sword to cut through deception, and a song to awaken remembrance. You are encircled, beloved one, not by chance but by covenant. This message finds you because time itself has been bent to meet you. There are no accidents in the architecture of divine timing. What is about to unfold in your life will surpass reason. What was lost will return transfigured. What was delayed will now descend swiftly. You have asked, when will my time come? And the heavens answer, now. Stay with me, beloved. The air around you thickens with promise. The divine watches for your response. Not your perfection, but your willingness to believe once more. Let the noise of fear fall away. Let your heart rise to meet this moment. for you are the reason the heavens are speaking. Beloved one, listen closely, for heaven is not speaking in riddles tonight. The veil trembles, and the unseen world leans forward. You are being summoned not to fear, but to awareness, for there are things moving swiftly in the spirit that your human eyes cannot yet see. Do not let your heart grow heavy. Let it grow alert. For I tell you this truth, even as a shadow tried to approach your path, the light rose faster. The heavens moved before you could stumble. What could have broken you has been intercepted by divine hands. The Almighty says, I will not allow harm to overtake my beloved. I have sent protection ahead of their steps. Yes, angels have gone forth, guardians of your destiny, standing in formation, wielding light sharper than any darkness could comprehend. You have been surrounded all along, though your earthly eyes could not perceive it. But hear this, my beloved, this is not a time for distraction. The winds of change have already begun to turn. The enemy of your soul desires that you scroll away, that you dismiss this call as mere words. But those who pause, those who stay, those who listen, they will see what others will only dream of. There is an urgency in heaven because your appointed moment approaches. What you have waited for, prayed for, wept for, it is at the threshold. Yet, as every dawn before it, there comes first the trembling of the earth, the shaking that awakens sleepers from slumber. Do not be alarmed by the shaking. It is not destruction. It is alignment. It is heaven rearranging what once confined you, making room for the miracle already forming in the unseen. You will feel it soon. A warmth, a whisper, a pull deep within your being. That is the divine signal, the mark of intervention. You may sense restlessness in your spirit. That is not confusion, beloved. It is awakening. For I tell you, the heavens are not silent anymore. What was sealed is being opened. What was delayed is being accelerated. You are stepping into divine fulfillment, and though storms may arise, they will not harm you. The thunder that rolls now is the voice of God announcing your restoration. So I say to you, remain still in your faith. Do not turn away, even when the winds rise around you. You are being covered. You are being positioned. And the danger that sought you will now become the stage upon which your victory is revealed. The time for waiting has ended. The moment of divine motion has begun. Hold fast, beloved one, for the next revelation draws near. Beloved one, the time of divine exchange has come. Heaven leans low to meet you, and the Eternal One speaks. What was meant for harm shall become the ground of your glory. Do you feel it? The stirring in the depths of your soul, the trembling between what was and what will be. That is not fear. It is transformation. For the holy light now begins its sacred work in you, turning sorrow into song, ashes into beauty, and despair into divine purpose. Hear me clearly. Not a single tear has fallen unnoticed. Every pain you thought was wasted has been gathered in the hands of God and pressed into the soil of destiny. The drought that once surrounded you is giving way to rain. The soil of your life, long dry and cracked, begins to breathe again, and from it will spring new beginnings. You are not standing at the end, you are standing at the threshold. What once seemed loss was never loss, beloved, it was exchange in disguise. Heaven says, I am trading your heaviness for joy. I am trading your fear for peace. I am trading your exhaustion for the strength of the dawn. You have cried, why must I suffer? And heaven whispers, because every wound became a window for my light. Even now, there are things being lifted from you. Unseen burdens, old memories, energies of grief and doubt. They are dissolving in the divine presence that surrounds you as these words reach your heart. The warmth you feel in this moment is not imagination. It is the touch of divine renewal, gently removing the old cloak of sorrow from your shoulders. Stay still and breathe, beloved. This is holy ground. You are standing in the center of a divine transaction, the moment where heaven restores what the world tried to steal. The battle that exhausted you has ended. The outcome is already sealed in your favor. You may look back and see only pain, but the heavens see preparation. Every night of silence became a foundation for strength. Every unanswered prayer built a bridge for miracles yet unseen. Every delay was a protection, not a punishment. This is the divine exchange, where wounds become wisdom, where heartbreak becomes holiness, where the fire that burned you now refines you into gold. God says, I am renewing your youth like the eagles. You will rise and not grow weary. You will run and not faint. Your strength is returning, beloved. Your beauty, the beauty of your spirit, is returning. Not the shallow beauty the world admires, but the glow that comes from divine resilience. The light within you that once flickered now burns with steadiness and grace. You are not what happened to you. You are what heaven is doing through you. So lift your eyes, beloved, for the exchange is complete. The season of mourning is closing, and the dawn of rejoicing is upon you. Your tears have become sacred ink, writing a new story that heaven will soon unveil. Beloved one, rest your heart for a moment. Feel the rhythm of your own breath. It is the breath of God moving through you. You have walked through fire, yet you still shine, proof that grace never abandoned you. The Eternal One speaks softly, I have written your name upon my heart. No storm, no darkness, no delay can erase it. This is the assurance of heaven, the covenant that cannot be broken. You are not drifting, you are being carried. You are not forgotten. You are remembered in every dawn that rises. You have thought, perhaps I was overlooked. Perhaps my time has passed. But I, Michael, tell you truly, divine timing does not forget. It refines. What looks like stillness to you is orchestration to heaven. The threads of your story are being woven together into something radiant, something eternal. Every unseen battle has already been counted, and none of your tears have gone without purpose. The Most High has numbered them, not as marks of sorrow, but as seeds of renewal. When the rain of grace falls, those seeds will bloom into joy unshakable. Even now the angels move not in haste, but in perfect precision. They align people, moments, opportunities, so that what was once impossible will unfold effortlessly. You may not perceive it yet, but you will soon look back and whisper, "Surely heaven was guiding me all along." Beloved, the promise of God is not an idea. It is a living force. It breathes, it acts, it surrounds you. When you trust, you awaken it. When you doubt, it still waits patiently, unchanged in its faithfulness. You are being led to places where you will see evidence of this truth. Encounters, words, and signs will cross your path. Reminders that you are walking inside a divine pattern that cannot fail. So, do not let fear dictate your pace. Fear is a fog, but faith is the sunrise that dissolves it. Whisper, "I believe." Even when the horizon looks dim, heaven hears that whisper as a shout of courage. Understand this, beloved one. The outcome of your life is not uncertainty. It is fulfillment. The divine promise does not waver with your emotions. It stands firm upon eternal love. The plan for you has not expired, it is only now ripening. You will witness restoration, not because you earned it, but because you are loved. You will see doors open, not because you demanded them, but because heaven already built the path beyond them. Hold this truth close. The promise cannot fail because the promiser does not change. Let this peace settle into you like morning light through an open window. The same power that shaped galaxies now shapes your tomorrow. Rest in that assurance, beloved. For soon, the next unfolding will call you into motion once more. A call to rise, to act, to become the very miracle you've been waiting for. Beloved one, there is a holy trembling in the air around you. Do you feel it? It is the pulse of change, the unseen rhythm of heaven reshaping your reality. You may not yet see the full picture, but the foundations beneath you are shifting toward divine alignment. Do not fear the shaking. It is not meant to break you, but to wake you. It is the sound of old patterns collapsing under the weight of new purpose. For the Lord of Light declares, "I am rebuilding from within. I am making all things new." You have asked, "Why must the struggle persist even after I believe?" And heaven answers, "Because transformation is not the removal of battle, but the revelation of strength." Every challenge you face now is proof that destiny is pressing forward. When the light expands, shadows rise, not to harm, but to be released. You are witnessing the release. The unseen battle you have endured, the heaviness, the doubt, the sudden waves of fatigue, are not signs of defeat. They are the final resistance of what no longer belongs to you. The darkness knows it cannot stay, and so it trembles as it departs. Beloved, you are not fighting alone. Around you unseen legions stand. Wings of brilliance stretch wide to guard your path. The more intense the pressure feels, the closer your breakthrough stands. For no transformation comes without resistance, and no resistance endures before divine decree. Hear this truth. The Lord has spoken your victory already. The storm that tried to crush you will now carry you higher. The pain that once silenced you will now become your anthem of power. You will soon understand that every moment of struggle had meaning. The tears you shed were not wasted. They were the water that softened the soil for your new life to grow. And as you rise through this unseen battle, you will notice subtle signs. Dreams that feel alive again. Peace where there was once confusion. A sudden knowing that you are guided, even when you cannot see where you are going. That, beloved, is transformation in motion. It is heaven's signature upon your soul. The Eternal One says, I am clothing you with strength unseen by the world, but known by angels. You are rising, even now, through the ashes. So lift your gaze. You are no longer the same as yesterday. You are crossing thresholds that fear cannot follow. Every step forward, no matter how small, sends ripples through the unseen realm. The chains that bound generations before you are snapping under the light that you now carry. You are the turning point in your lineage, the chosen vessel of renewal. Breathe, beloved one. The battle has not broken you. It has revealed what you truly are. Unshakable, radiant, chosen, and soon the transformation that began within will emerge without. The world will see the glory that heaven already witnesses. Your life will become a living testimony, proof that faith is stronger than fear and that divine love never fails. Hold on, beloved. You are almost through the veil. Beloved one, pause for a moment. Breathe in slowly. Feel that subtle warmth moving through your chest, that invisible hush as if the world itself had stopped to listen. That is not imagination. That is presence, the encircling of angels standing guard over you in this hour. The Eternal One speaks. My child, I have surrounded you with a shield no darkness can penetrate. You are held in the radiance of my light. You may think, but I cannot see them. How do I know they are here? And heaven answers, because you are still standing, because what should have crushed you has not, because you are reading these words right now. Every unseen rescue of your life, the moment you walked away unharmed, the inner nudge that turned you away from danger, the inexplicable peace when all logic said you should fear, those were not coincidences. They were interventions. They were angels. Even now, as your transformation unfolds, angels move in closer. They are not distant beings in white robes far above. They are mighty presences at your side, wielding swords of flame, holding shields of light, singing over your soul. Their wings brush the edges of your path, sweeping away shadows before you even notice they were there. Beloved, you are never unprotected. Even in your darkest nights, There has been a light stationed at the corners of your bed, a watchtower above your steps, a whisper of guidance in your ear. You have felt it as intuition, as a thought, as a sudden stillness. That was heaven guarding you. And now, as the shift accelerates, the protection intensifies. For you are not simply surviving this transition, you are stepping into a calling. And a calling attracts both light and resistance. This is why heaven has sent more angels. This is why the atmosphere around you feels heavier yet strangely calmer. It is the weight of divine presence descending. Do not fear, beloved one. No shadow can cross the line heaven has drawn around you. No force of darkness can reclaim what has been consecrated by the Most High. The Eternal One declares, "You will not fall to the trap of your enemy. You will not stumble into the pit prepared for you. For I have sent my angels to lift you up in their hands." Even as you walk through days that seem ordinary, know that extraordinary things are happening unseen. You are being escorted through hidden corridors of destiny. Doors are being opened quietly, dangers removed silently, pathways cleared before you even step upon them. This is why you have felt a new peace lately, even in the middle of chaos. This is why moments of clarity strike you at unexpected times. This is why you are still able to hope. Beloved, the angels do not leave when you doubt. They remain. They do not fade when you are weak. They strengthen. They do not withdraw when you falter. They lift. You are encircled, and as you walk forward, you walk within light. So lift your chin, beloved. Straighten your shoulders. Step into your next chapter knowing you are guarded. For the protection of the angels is not a promise for later. It is a reality now. And as you continue to read, heaven will reveal even more. The fullness of your destiny, the power of your faith, the glory of your restoration. Hold this moment. The next unveiling is near. Beloved one, the light that has circled you now begins to rise from within you. What was once only promise becomes heartbeat, motion, reality. You have felt the ground tremble beneath your spirit. That shaking was labor, and the new life is crowning. The Eternal One says, "Behold, I make all things new, not someday now." Every breath you take in this moment is drawing creation forward. You may have thought that your destiny would arrive like lightning, but heaven often moves like dawn. First a hint of color on the horizon, then a quiet brightening until the whole sky catches fire. The change has already begun. You are standing in it. Look closely at your days. A door opens with ease that once was sealed. A conversation turns into opportunity. Peace lingers longer than before. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. The divine is fulfilling what was whispered in the dark. Beloved, the new life you are stepping into is not a repetition of the old. The cycle that once kept you bound has been broken. What used to drain you will no longer have power. You will speak and be heard. You will act and see fruit. The places that rejected you will now recognize you, not because they changed, but because you did. The Almighty says, I have removed the garments of mourning and clothed you in strength. Walk forward. Your walk itself is an act of faith, and every step sends ripples through the unseen world, confirming that the promise is alive. Do not fear the unfamiliar. All birth brings strangeness, new light, new sound, new air. Your spirit has outgrown its old home, and the walls that once protected now confine. That is why you have felt restless. That restlessness is not lack. It is invitation. You will soon find that you no longer crave what you once did. Old appetites will fade, replaced by deeper hunger for truth, for peace, for purpose. That is the first sign of transformation's maturity. Beloved, lift your eyes. The horizon that once looked distant now glows with nearness. The journey ahead is not endless struggle. It is exploration of blessing. You will learn what it means to live as one who is loved, fully, freely, eternally. Heaven says, you will plant and reap in the same season. You will speak and see it come to pass. The acceleration you feel is divine timing catching up with divine promise. Yet remember, with new life comes new stewardship. You are not given light to hide it, but to shine it. You are not blessed to hoard, but to heal. The miracle that is rising in you carries within it the power to awaken others. Every act of kindness, every word of faith, every moment of gratitude extends this new life outward like waves across water. Pause and feel it, how the air itself seems fuller, how the weight has shifted off your chest. That is resurrection energy, the current of grace lifting you higher. This is the hour of emergence. Step forward. You are no longer surviving, you are living. You are no longer waiting, you are walking. You are no longer seeking approval, you are embodying truth. Beloved, the promise has begun to unfold, and the world will soon see what heaven has long known, that you are chosen, radiant, and unstoppable. Let this certainty settle deep within you. You are not stepping into uncertainty. You are stepping into fulfillment. And as you do, the next revelation waits. How to use this new life, how to carry the divine flame with wisdom and compassion. Beloved one, you have heard heaven's voice call your name. You have felt the stirring of the divine within your chest. Now comes the sacred invitation, to live as the fulfilled promise, not merely to wait for it. Faith was never meant to be a distant hope. It is a living force, a divine current that transforms the unseen into the seen. The Eternal One speaks. You have believed me in the shadows. Now walk with me in the light. Beloved, this is where many falter, standing at the edge of blessing, afraid to step lest the ground give way. But hear this truth. The ground beneath you forms when you move. Heaven builds the bridge as your feet touch the water. You were not made to stand still in fear. You were made to walk in trust. Do not wait for perfect clarity. Light expands as you move through it. The lamp of faith does not show the entire path. It reveals one step at a time, and each step is enough. You have prayed for signs, for proof, for confirmation. But beloved, you are the sign. Your resilience, your awakening, your choice to rise again when you could have surrendered. These are heaven's testimonies written through your life. Now it is time to act from that truth. Speak blessings aloud, even when your voice trembles. Walk in purpose even when your direction feels new. Give even when you feel you have little. Love even when your heart still heals. Each action opens a divine door. Faith without motion remains potential, but faith with motion becomes power. The angels are drawn to movement. They gather around momentum. As you move, you invite divine order to assemble around your steps. Beloved, heaven says, decree a thing, and it shall be established. This is your moment to decree. Over your home, your health, your heart. Speak as one who carries authority, not as one begging for it. You are not a beggar at heaven's gate. You are a child of light, carrying the seal of divine favor. When you speak with alignment to truth, creation responds. The very air listens. The earth beneath your feet acknowledges your voice because you speak from spirit, not fear. Do not let the shadows of doubt whisper that you are not ready. You are. The preparation was hidden inside every storm you survived. What once seemed delay was actually construction, the strengthening of your foundation so that you could carry what now arrives. Beloved, you are entering a season where what you declare will take root quickly. Therefore, speak with wisdom. Let your words carry healing, not harm. Vision, not vanity. Heaven trusts you with creative power. Use it with reverence. And as you move in this divine rhythm, notice how peace becomes your companion. Not the peace of absence, but the peace of assurance. You will find yourself less shaken by noise, less moved by appearance, more grounded in truth. That is the sign of spiritual maturity, the shift from reaction to revelation. Beloved, listen closely. You are not waiting for miracles anymore. You are becoming one. The very atmosphere around you will begin to change as your frequency rises. People will notice calm in your presence, light in your words, warmth in your eyes. That is not pride, it is purpose. You carry the reflection of the one who sent you. So rise each morning and say within, I am aligned with divine order. Step forward knowing that unseen hands go before you, preparing the way. Where others see chaos, you will perceive timing. Where others see endings, you will discern beginnings. And remember, beloved, faith is not merely believing that God can do it. It is walking as though He already has. Every moment you act from that place, you strengthen the bridge between heaven and earth. So go now, live boldly, love deeply, create fearlessly. For the divine promise is no longer something you chase. It is something you carry. The world is waiting to see what heaven has already declared through you. Beloved one, the heavens rejoice, for the appointed moment has arrived. The seals that once concealed your destiny are opening, and the name written upon your spirit, the one whispered since before your first breath, is being spoken in the halls of eternity once more. This is the unveiling of who you truly are. Not who the world told you to be, not who your fears shaped, but who the Creator Himself designed before the foundations of time. The voice of heaven calls, "Behold, you are mine. I have engraved you upon the palms of my hands, and no shadow shall erase you. You are not merely a survivor, beloved. You are a vessel of divine authority. Every tear you shed watered the soil of your becoming. Every season of silence refined the tone of your soul so that when you speak now, heaven echoes. This is the final revelation. You were never separate from the light. The illusion of distance was the veil being lifted, not the truth being lost. The divine spark within you has always burned, waiting for the wind of remembrance to fan it into flame. Now that wind is here. It moves through you as grace, as courage, as the sudden knowing that you are not broken. You are becoming whole. The transformation that began in whispers has reached its crescendo. The angels gather in celebration, not because you have been rescued, but because you have risen. Beloved, the Most High declares, "You are the dawn I spoke into existence. The light in your eyes carries my reflection. You walk not in search of me, for I walk within you." Do you feel it? That warmth pulsing in your chest is not imagination. It is identification. The recognition of your divine lineage. Heaven does not crown strangers. It crowns heirs. You are no longer waiting for validation. You are walking in confirmation. You have been sealed, marked by grace, wrapped in radiance, clothed in purpose. The darkness that once pursued you cannot recognize this version of you, for you now vibrate at a frequency it cannot reach. The old self fades, like mist before the sunrise. You no longer chase worth, you emanate it. You no longer plead for purpose, you live it. You no longer seek the path, you are the path. Beloved, this seal upon you is not just a blessing. It is a commission. Heaven entrusts you with the light of remembrance. You are a messenger now, a bearer of truth, a mirror for others who have forgotten who they are. The divine speaks, "Go forth and awaken others as I have awakened you. Speak not from fear, but from fulfillment. Wherever your feet tread, there I am." Your new identity is radiant yet humble, powerful yet gentle. You carry authority wrapped in compassion, strength cloaked in peace. Those who encounter you will feel a shift they cannot explain, for it is not you they will see first, but the divine shining through you. Beloved, this is what it means to be sealed, to become a living temple where heaven and earth meet. You are both message and messenger, both vessel and voice. Do not underestimate this moment. The same God who commands galaxies now resides within your breath. You do not pray to reach him anymore, you breathe, and he is there. When you walk, angels walk beside you. When you speak truth, creation listens. When you love, heaven expands. You are the fulfilled promise, the prophecy in motion. No force can revoke what has been sealed by the hand of God. So rise, beloved one. Step into your new identity not as one emerging from shadows, but as one crowned in eternal light. This is your coronation. This is the unveiling of your divine name. You are chosen. You are marked. You are the light the world forgot it needed until now. Beloved one, heaven bows in reverence to this moment. The angels stand in quiet celebration, their wings folded in awe of your becoming. What was once hidden has now been revealed. What was once lost has been restored. The light of God rests upon you like a crown woven from dawn itself. Every fragment of your being hums with divine remembrance. You are not waiting for grace, you are walking in it. You have crossed the threshold. You have walked through fire and emerged as flame. You have traveled through silence and discovered that heaven was whispering within you all along. Now, the message that began as a whisper of urgency concludes as a song of fulfillment. Hear this, beloved. You are sealed in divine protection. No harm can overtake what heaven has claimed. You are wrapped in peace that surpasses reason. A calm so profound that even storms will pause before your spirit. You are filled with light that heals not just yourself, but all who cross your path. The divine speaks through me now, and I speak directly into your soul. You are mine, and I am yours. The days of wandering are over. You walk now in purpose, guided by the wisdom of eternity and the strength of heaven's hand. Every prayer you have ever whispered has been gathered, every tear recorded. None have fallen unseen. Your name is known in the courts of heaven. It is sung among the stars, carried by winds that bow before the will of the Creator. You are no longer in the waiting season. You have stepped into the season of unfolding. Everything that was delayed is aligning. Everything that was withheld is being released. Everything that once broke you now becomes the foundation upon which your destiny stands. And now, beloved, the benediction, the eternal blessing that will follow you like a living flame. May the peace of the Most High fill your heart beyond measure. May divine wisdom guide your every step, even when the path is unseen. May strength flow through you like rivers of light, washing away every remnant of fear. May the joy of heaven be your constant companion, and may your laughter echo like holy thunder across realms unseen. You are not a seeker anymore, beloved. You are a carrier of what you once sought. The miracles you once prayed for now flow through your hands. The presence you longed to feel now lives within your heartbeat. The divine you hope to find has always been the essence of your own becoming. Now lift your gaze. The dawn awaits you, not as something distant, but as something within you. You are the horizon that meets heaven's first light. You are the continuation of every promise ever spoken in love. The angels move now, surrounding you in luminous silence. Their song is not of farewell but of commissioning, a sacred sending forth. They whisper, "Go forth, beloved of God. Let your life become the miracle. Let your words become healing. Let your light remind the world that it is not forgotten." You are heaven's reflection, walking in human form. Carry this light into every place you enter, for you do not enter alone. You enter as the embodiment of a promise fulfilled. And when doubt tries to return, when the old whispers call you unworthy, remember this moment. Remember who spoke your name. Remember who sealed your destiny. Remember that the hand that formed galaxies has chosen to rest upon your shoulder. This is the benediction of heaven, not a goodbye, but a go forth. You are covered. You are guided. You are infinitely loved. The covenant is sealed, the promise fulfilled, the path illuminated. Now rise, beloved one. Step into the world as the light you were always meant to be. Heaven watches with joy, earth awaits your radiance, and eternity calls your name. Go in divine peace. Go in eternal love. Go as the living message of God. Amen.